The one big warning or thing to be aware of when you're learning how to work with vastus lateralis and the lateral thigh in general is that running right down the middle of it is a tendon called the IT band or iliotibial band. It's really tight on a lot of people. Runners, people who play a lot of different sports, even people who are totally sedentary, the IT band can become quite tender. So just be aware, no matter what stroke you're doing on the lateral thigh, that at about 3 to 5 inches proximal to the knee, it's a thick band. You can see it jump right there. So I'm tracing the band right now from here to here.
Jeez.
And I'm doing it gently enough so that hopefully I am not irritating his tendon, but I'm clearly delineating it for you so that you can be aware of what to feel for. It's usually about this thick, in his case it is, and it's very easy in this neighborhood to separate it. It does get glued to the muscle and fascia below it, but you will feel a very thick tendon here. And then as it goes up the leg, it becomes thinner and more broadly kind of, so it's still there, but it's not quite as obvious of a thick band. And the reason I'm tracing it and moving over it to show you so clearly is that it feels very good to work the muscle anterior and posterior to this tendon, as well as to separate the tendon from the fascia below it. But what does not feel good is to randomly approach this tendon with the same kind of strokes that you do the actual muscle. Because if you try to work out this tendon with forceful petrissage and friction right on the tendon, it's just going to jump out of your way and oftentimes actually be quite painful. So you want to know you want to learn the feeling under your hands of finding this tendon so you can work anterior and posterior. And that includes even if you're doing your V-stroke, that you can grab the tissue in front of or behind it, but not wail right on top of it, because it'll be painful and you're not going to get it to release right there. The tendon transitions into muscle and fascia up at the tensor fascia lata. There's a little muscle and the anterior thigh, and it also transitions into muscle with the gluteal muscles coming into it. So if this is too tight, you want to separate it from the tissue around it and then actually release the muscles that are pulling on it that are making it tight. So you can't release it by just going right on top of it and releasing it. You release tensor fascia lata and gluteals and separate it from the stuff around it, as opposed to getting too intense right on it.